Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. and I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And today we have a topic of discussion video. I think I kind of want to make this a series. I don't know if I want to call it like topic of discussion, something like that. And basically in these kind of videos, I just bring up a topic. I would love to hear your feedback down in the comment section below because this is a very common thing in the candle industry, even I think with soaps, with food, obviously to some extent with some of these terms. But I just want to dive into these, I call them marketing terms, because that's really what it is you're using them as a way to market to a certain kind of people that are looking for products that fit that category. So I'm talking about terms like all natural, clean burning. What else do I have in here? Non-toxic, that is a huge one, specifically in the candle industry. And what I've seen is I've seen a lot of candle makers and candle companies, when they're advertising, they use these terms in their marketing, or they specifically focus mainly on this marketing selling point for their products. And I just kind of want to have a discussion about this because I'm wondering, are we overusing these? What is the regulation with these terms? Is there really any regulation? As far as I know, the term natural is slightly regulated, but not really. And I think it's only for like food. I don't know how natural really comes into play with, consumer goods, candles, even, like body sprays, or just kind of like the more handmade lotions, that kind of stuff. And I have to be completely honest that I myself, and this is why I brought this up as a topic of discussion, because I know it's a marketing tactic, because I myself have gravitated over the years to thinking that all natural means it's better. And that sometimes is the case, sometimes not. There's a lot of people that make the comparison that yes, poison ivy is natural, but you don't really want to rub that all over your body. And there are things that are not natural that are totally fine for you. So for instance, in candle making, we as candle makers, the majority of us use fragrance oils to create the scents in our candles. And fragrance oils do contain a small amount of essential oil, at least a lot of them do. And that really helps with the cold throw of the candle. But the fragrance oil composition is supposed to work well with the wax, and it's meant to be burned. Now, a lot of people, you could find tons of articles online talking about how terrible fragrance oils are for you. And again, that's another topic of discussion. Some people are more sensitive to fragrances. There are certain chemicals within certain kind of fragrances that are worse than others. So that in and of itself is just something that a lot of people will sometimes stay away from completely, and other people choose to purchase cleaner fragrance oils, if you will. Again, I'm putting all of these words in quotes because you know exactly what I mean. And again, it's not that I have like a huge issue with these words being used. Candle Science, they have their whole clean sense, and they explain what they mean by that, of all of the chemicals and, things in the makeup of fragrance oils that they are choosing not to have in their fragrance oils. And to be completely honest, I choose mainly all of my fragrance oils from Candle Science because of that reason, because I really admire the way that they do their due diligence on their candle oils, and they're not just having, a million fragrance oils just to have those options. They're very choosy on the ones that they have, and I feel most comfortable using more fragrances that are like that, specifically ones that are phthalate and paraben free, because those are known endocrine disruptors, and I just know that being able to have a product that doesn't have those in it is going to be better in the long run for not only us making the candles, but also for the consumers. And also, I have to admit that I don't want to say fall victim, that sounds so terrible, but I definitely fall into the marketing of the words natural and the way that packaging looks like. So marketing is very interesting. When people are making a purchase, they are looking at the product with their eyes first. And specifically nowadays, product photography and the way that you describe your product and, the packaging, the overall look of your products are what really going to make people gravitate towards your products. So for instance, if you want to learn more about marketing, pay attention to your own buying behavior, because marketing is about consumer buying behavior. So try to analyze yourself. And what I have learned is that when I'm at the grocery store and I'm looking at buying, let's say, chicken or something, I find myself purchasing and feeling like I am making a healthier choice by choosing packaging that says the word natural and has the color green on it. It's very interesting. I found myself being like, wow, this is better quality because it says that it's all natural. And it has green coloring on it. It's so funny. And to me, that makes complete sense. Like, yeah, that's better than the packaging sitting next to it that is plain. It just has like words on it, like text. There's certain packaging that looks like it's lower in quality than others. And it's just this mind trick. It could be the exact same chicken, but it's just you're perceiving it differently. So that's how I think when I see these words like natural, clean, non-toxic. It's very, it's not as regulated. A lot of people use it. It's kind of this buzzword, so to speak, that just kind of, for the average consumer, what they're looking at is they're looking at your candle. All they want to know is what wax is it made of? They want to know, is it non-toxic? Is it okay? For me, is it clean? Clean burning is another one. Is it burning clean? And then also the way that it looks. So do they like the overall packaging? Those are really the main components that I have found that people are looking for. And it's a quick decision. It's not something that most consumers are not going to be spending hours researching each and every ingredient that could be in fragrance oil. Some people do, but the majority of consumers, they are looking for a quick description of what you are selling. They want to know, are they going to like the scent? Are they okay with the wax that you're using? It's, less toxic than other candles. It doesn't contain parabens. It doesn't contain phthalates. It doesn't contain, any of lead or whatever, in candles. They like that. So there's the marketing aspect there. And then if they like the packaging, the overall packaging of your candles, it's kind of like an easy sell from there. So I get that, nowadays people are starting to be more conscious of what they're purchasing, but I still do think it's a very surface level. I think it's a very buzzword surface level. And again, that's just goes back to the words and the words that are used. I personally myself, I don't really advertise our products under any of these categories, but the one that I really will mention or will talk about is the non-toxic aspect. I really, really believe that our candles are non-toxic, toxic as being very, very harmful. To some people, fragrance oils are irritating, but they're not harmful. Specifically, the fragrance oils that we choose to use don't have those ingredients that I don't want in the fragrance oils. I believe on Fair, I have listed our candles under non-toxic. Clean and all natural and stuff like that. I typically don't advertise it as that. I used to, when we first got started, when I started Memory Box Candle Co., the first year, I want to say, I had all natural soy wax on our candles. Then I found out that soy 10 was not 100% soy wax. And that was a huge surprise to me. So I changed everything, changed it to soy blend. And, I've just kind of gone from there, and it's been totally fine ever since. And people, even at markets, they say, oh, is it soy wax? And I say, yes, it's primarily soy wax. When we're thinking of all natural, I mean, we don't walk outside and see like 464 wax flakes growing in the bush. Sorry, that was funny. Like we don't, like when you think of like, oh, natural, you go outside and pick it up. Like natural is such a, it's such a broad word. You don't really know what it encompasses. Like the term natural. I mean, if you think about it, natural flavors on food is actually not good for you at all. I'll put up a definition of what it is on here, of what natural flavors is. But the word natural is so this nothing word almost, but yet I still find myself gravitating towards, oh, this is natural skincare. Oh, this is natural, food, like the chicken, whatever it is. Like I find myself doing that. So I know the marketing behavior. And that's something that, this is kind of like a marketing video, I guess, because when you're being able to look at your own buying behavior, you can then use that to figure out what are your customers going to want to see and read about your candles that's going to entice them to want to buy in the most honest way that you can. That's how I'm trying to go about it, is doing things the most honest way that I can, and being as, transparent about the candles as possible, letting them know it's not 100% soy. It is a soy blend. And even that, I believe, technically, I don't know how regulated that is. I don't know if technically I could be selling these candles as 100% soy. And another thing, I feel like I'm going on a tangent now, but I think what's difficult for us candle makers is that these manufacturers are not obligated to tell us exactly what's in the wax and, the quantities of the different things that they have in the wax. So all we can go based off of is the majority of what it's made out of, and just trying to learn as much as possible about the product and become familiar with the product, and just do the best that we can. But I would love to hear your feedback on this. I really, really would. Do you use these terms for your candles? What does it mean to you? Do you not use them? Why don't you? I would love to hear your discussion down below. But with that, I am going to end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Memorybox Candle Co. And I will see you in my next video.